Selamat datang ke The Headline, saya Simon Gan. Terima kasih menyertai sesi berita kita. In the Philippines, 2 different typhoons made landfall in just 2 weeks. Volunteers carry out assessment and initiate work for relief programs to help the locals clean up their homes. Just as Tzu volunteers set foot into Marikina, the local residents immediately had this to say.
We need your help, Tzu.
As the floodwaters recede from Marikina, the streets were a mess. Besides mud and dirt, piles of unwanted furniture are seen everywhere. Most of the locals have been staying at the temporary shelter for the past 2 days. Only now are they able to head back to their own homes.
I just came back from the shelter. I'm heading back home now, and I'm not sure about the condition of my home.
11 years ago, this place was in the same condition as it is right now when Typhoon Katsana raged through the Philippines back in 2009. This year, the same thing happened again, and the lives of the locals have been severely impacted. As the residents are busy cleaning their houses and have no time to cook, the volunteers set up the mobile kitchen at the local shelter and provided hot food for the residents. The volunteers' assessment of the situation was halted around evening. They have planned to start the work for relief campaign first at Malande and San Mateo. If everything goes well, they'll head into the other 2 barangays that were much severely affected to carry out the work for relief program. Besides carrying out relief work for the aftermath of Typhoon Vamco, Philippines Tzu volunteers also continued their relief works in Albay. Typhoon Goni has affected many places in Albay. A total of 6 townships needed Tzu's assistance. Last week, Tzu volunteers have completed 2 work for relief campaigns in 2 areas of Tabaco. In the coming weekend, another work for relief campaign will be held in Camalik. Manila Tzu volunteers hope that through these events, seeds of kindness will be planted in the hearts of the locals.
The affinity between Albay and Tzu dates back to 2006, after Typhoon Durian hit the area, when we were carrying out the relief works. This time, we seized the opportunity to encourage more locals to join in on the ranks of volunteers.
In 2 weeks, the Philippines was hit by 2 different typhoons. With the pandemic still ongoing and the devastation by the typhoons, life has been tough for the locals. The volunteers are doing their very best to carry out relief works so that the residents can once again live a safe and peaceful life.